Hello guys and welcome to another MK Mobile podcast. Guys, it is now maintenance time and I hope that you're going to enjoy my guest, and this guest actually is Crisplay TV, one of the best MK Mobile YouTubers, one of the best MK Mobile players, sadly in my opinion really underrated. If you haven't seen his content, please rectify this mistake. He has amazing content, very useful for beginners. He has amazing strategies with gold characters, so yeah, he's definitely worth visiting. With that said, I will just advise you now to sit, relax, and enjoy the podcast. Let me quickly ask you my first question, by the way. Once again, I'm really happy to have you here. The truth is, there aren't
Thank you so much.
so many MK Mobile YouTubers, unfortunately. There are some that don't talk. Probably I'm going to approach, for example, other YouTubers. I actually approached Igor Vayu. I don't know whether you have heard of him. He's the biggest...
I have heard of someone.
Yeah, actually,
he is Russian, right?
Yeah.
He's Russian, I believe.
He's the biggest MK Mobile YouTuber. He's bigger than Star Square, probably twice as big or something.
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
I saw his subscriber numbers and his views. Insane.
And I actually contacted him, but he never replied. I don't know whether he speaks English or something, but anyway, so I basically have had on my channel almost all talking YouTubers. I'll check whether I can get to this podcast some other YouTubers that don't talk in their videos. Hopefully they speak English. But anyways, now the first question is, how did you start doing YouTube? Was it like intended or just happened one day you woke up and said, you know what, I'm going to do YouTube videos? I'm just curious.
I started my channel in 2018, about 4 years ago. I've started my main channel that is Brazilian. It's called Connection Games in English, of course, and it now have 12,000 subscribers. I have bugged a new phone. I was working on a store and bugged the phone and starting just record a video and send them to YouTube. And after that, many people reach on my channel and say, you had a great play starting doing videos, and now. Then I'm creating content since so far. So we have almost 4 years of channel. And how I started doing some live streams, and some people, English people, asking me tips on the chat, and many people of my Brazilians say, this guy is crazy, he's talking English on a Portuguese live stream. And many people asked me, why don't you do a English channel? So I decided to create Crisplay TV channel last year, I believe in July, to teach people how to play the game, of course, make some guides and gameplay stuff on the Crisplay TV, and have almost 1 year of channel. And I decided to make to my MK Mobile from Zero series, that means create a card from zero and teach how to grow from it. And now my account I have, I believe, 1 year and 2 months, because I started on the Shira Hill Tower, of course. And of course, the channel I had a lot of friends, a lot of great people, and like you, and now with this podcast. So I believe internet is great to approach people. At the game makers, I had got a lot of friends, great people, and stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. So I just want to know from the beginning, what was the thing that annoyed you the most in this 1 year doing MK Mobile videos? What was the thing? I mean, not only game-wise, but in general, everything that annoyed you while being in YouTube doing MK Mobile videos.
You mean things? Things?
No. Just like, did you? I mean, the whole experience of being on YouTube, like uploading videos.
I believe it is sometimes just they hate people because, example, you play matches and beat them and people call you hacks. I got so many, bro. Because 2 years ago I was doing a legend streak. I believe I got 33 consecutive legendary ranks, and my name was in the leaderboard every season. And the people come to my channel, hacker, and a lot of stuff and bad stuff. I believe it's the hate's the only problem, because of course there is many people that love your work. They comment, they give you big positive comments, but there are a lot of hate on this YouTube. And on Brazil, my friend, is worst, because hate and jealous on Brazil is big. It's not just a YouTube aspect, everything in the life.
Wow, I once again, I believe I tweeted you, not tweeted, DM'd you on Twitter a couple of days ago. I've been to Brazil, but it was like for a couple of days, and it was just on a specific place. I never get to know the country, the culture.
Yeah.
But the people there were quite friendly. The only thing was that they didn't really speak a lot of good English, and I know some Spanish and non-Portuguese. And
Amazing.
there was a time when a waiter, I was in a restaurant ordering something, and he wasn't really speaking very good English, and he said, "Okay, can you switch to Spanish?" And I said, "Yeah, you can, but you have to speak really, really slow." And then he started talking as if I am the best native speaker ever who walked the planet. Like, and I was like, "Okay, I just told you to speak slowly." That was that was. I mean, I believe it's part of the culture there. Like, you just talk and you like you have passion in every time when you talk.
Yeah,
It's
speak another English, another language is not is not really is hard because they have the problems like the accent, the other Steve. Speaking English is not is not too easy.
So how did you get into MK Mobile? I mean, what was the first time when you start playing the game, like for real?
I started playing in February of 2017. I was just with the phone and I go to the Play Store and read Mortal Kombat. I never knew Mortal Kombat was launched almost 6 years ago. So I started on this. I believe it was on the update 1.12. That was the, if I remember, the challenge available was Tournament Conti. Now he's this Circle of Shadow Conti. I started on that, but I forgot to create an account. So and my phone have died and I lost my all my progress. Then after 1 month, I got a new phone and started again. Since 4 years account.
I have to be honest. I believe I started around the same date. In the beginning, I have to check my diagnostics. By the way, the game's still loading for me. It won't. It will never
My
load.
diagnosis, I believe, is 23 of February of 2017, if I
Yeah, it should
remember.
be like this for me because I remember the first time, the first challenge that I have in my mind that I played was Tournament Quanchi.
Yes, mine too.
So we probably started at the same time. That's great coincidence. How is your account now? Do you spend on the game or are you free to play?
I am free to play and I never spent it because the prices in Brazil are too overpriced because it's almost five the cost. Example, $5 here, me 25 Brazilian real, and the salary is not great, so it's not great now spending on this game because due to the pandemic, so the things are overpriced as well. So this is the problem. So we decide we buy packs in the game or eat. So this is the problem. But for now, I keep it doing free to play.
That's pretty interesting. I'm asking because I have spent on the game quite a lot, and I started spending heavily probably last year. Before that, I didn't. I spent here and there, but nothing huge. But now I have like
Yeah,
tons
it
of
is.
tower equipment maxed out and stuff. And what I noticed, I'm just asking you this because ever since I got a lot of tower epics, like I just, I feel like I lost the passion for the game in the sense that I don't try hard anymore. I just
Yes,
give my best
I
equipment
kind
and
of agree.
overpower stages, and why should I bother, right?
Yes, this is great. I believe it's not a problem spending the game. I believe the worst problem is how they treat the customers like you. You spend money in the game and you have not a great treatment, and you have to have luck to with those packs. You pay, you have chance to should be guaranteed.
I agree. I mean, and just let's go to this topic. I don't want to focus really heavily on this topic, but I feel that it's
Of
important, and we
course.
have to mention it. Now, the monetization of the game is horrible in the sense that I'm the person who wants them to make money, of course, because my channel is mainly based on Mortal Kombat Mobile, and that's 2 works of heavy work. And I want the game to be better so I can get more views and stuff, so I can grow my channel.
I agree.
So I want this game to be better, and I have nothing against the game monetization. But the way they do it, it's horrible in my opinion, because for one thing, they don't give us anything exceptional, and for the other
Yes,
thing,
I agree. I agree.
by just giving us paid packs and then completely removing the free-to-play aspect of the game, it is really, really bad for the total fan base because not there
Yes,
will be
true.
whales, but there will be free-to-play players, right? And I don't think that the whales
Yes,
will
yes, true.
determine the popularity of the game, right? The whales will be there, they will spend, but the people, the majority of people will be free to play. They want to play, they make the game more popular, and Currently, it is so skewed in one direction. Just have to spend, 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 and there's. I mean, can you believe those guys? This year we got. Correct me if I'm wrong. We got 4 new characters of
Yes,
five.
was MK11 Rain,
Classic Rain,
Classic
Jade,
Rain,
and
the
Shansung, I believe.
Fire God Liu Kang,
Yeah.
and yes, MK11
So
Shang Tsung.
five.
All of them are in packs. And another thing is, Rain has available was his update was on April, and we are in September, and no so packs just on the towers. And oh yes, many people ask. I beat the Daniel Tower with my secondary account 7 times, and I got 0 MK11 Rain. On my main account, I got just 1. This is a shame.
I did the same with Shansung. I completed the tower 7 times, didn't get him even once. That's the only card that I don't have currently, Shansung. And yeah, it just hurts me to see all this because this game has so much potential. I don't think they realize how much more money they can do to make the game better. Like,
Yeah, I kind of agree to you. Example, let me exemplify the Call of Duty Mobile. I believe the revenue is 12 million per month. I believe, but the game is they have some things like the rollets, but it's the same weapon. Example, if you have AK-47 legendary that you spend money to get him, is not. It's the same weapon as the normal one. Don't have any bad stats. It's the same weapon. The only thing is the skin, just the skin. Oh, look, and they bring a lot of free stuff like the daily log. You get a free character skin. You get free weapons on the seasonal events and the new stuff like new weapons, new perks, and new abilities. And MK Mobile, no, they don't care about the free to play base and they pay people who spend on the game.
yeah, I mean, it is simply insulting to me, even as a guy who spends money, right? The next character they release, I'm going to buy to get him. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to get just one copy. Not never going to spend 500 euros for the character. Are they crazy? I mean,
Yeah, they're
what
crazy
the hell is
for
that?
a character. With this money, you can buy the original MK11 game and play.
And for
It's better.
500 euro, I can go for a holiday in Egypt for like 3 days, all
Yeah,
inclusive. Like, what the
yeah.
hell?
I kind of agree.
But anyway, so point is that I forgot my train of thought. Ah, yeah.
No
The
problem.
insulting thing for me is that when it comes to we're talking about free to play new content. Do you
Yeah.
remember? I asked this question to so many people, but I just want to ask you as well. Do you remember when was the last new gold challenge card? And I'm just going to add
Yeah.
this: we have to exclude Cabal, Jade, and Raiden, except
Yes, I remember. I remember. Was on the update 1.21 that was on the Halloween of 2018. Was Day After That Jade, Pretty Late Leatherface, the Vampires Melina, and Day After That Aaron Black. But all of them are the diamonds except the Vampires Melina. So we don't have any new challenge character 3 years. It does not count Cabal because this guy was just Elder Challenge on update 2.2 on August of 2019. Yeah,
so
three
nobody
years, man.
can actually blame us of being wayward or let's say spoiled. We
Yeah,
didn't get a single free-to-play challenge goal for 3 years.
years,
What the hell
3 years,
is
my friend.
going on with this game? Like, what is that? I mean, I'm not spoiled. I don't want to get a maxed out diamond for everything that I say. Oh, the game lagged. Give me a maxed out diamond. No, I mean the game cannot work like
I
this.
kind of agree.
But I'm not asking for a lot. At least they should give us with every 1 diamond. They should give us another challenge gold, so something like this. Look at, by the way,
Yes.
MK11, not MK11 Classic Jade. First thing first, she's nothing special. She's like
Yeah.
just a random gold card, and she got this horrible pack. I mean, why they have to restrict it to 10 attempts? In your opinion, why? I just
Yeah.
did a video ranting about it, but I want to hear your opinion on that.
After you mean Class Jade?
Yeah, Classic Jade, why her pack is restricted to 10 attempts?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I bought 10 packs, but no Class Jade. I don't know why, man, but I think they don't want us to max it out. They want to make it hard to veterans, and I don't know what are they doing. They had. I don't know if people are taking care of the game, but it's horrible. I bought 10 packs and got no Jade, and they give us on the. I believe it was a Herald on the Daniel Tower. I don't know why, man. I think they're crazy. They are out of their mind doing this. Putting characters, the gold character that was available, some of the challenges now. locked in packs and you can only buy 10. This is the worst thing I've seen on MK Mobile.
And this is another thing that I want to ask you. I might be wrong. That's why I'm asking people, because I might be wrong. But it seems to me that the Dark Fate Terminator pack is bugged. It doesn't have 4% chance of getting Dark Fate Terminator. I spent, the last time when I spent big in terms of souls, 35,000 souls, and I got 0 Dark Fate Terminators. Now, I understand that I might be unlucky.
I saw that.
But I saw another guy who spent 100,000 souls and he got 2 copies. Now, I don't call this luck. Like, you cannot spend 100,000 souls get just 2 copies. If the chance is 34%, this means that on average, every 40,000 souls you're going to get 4. Right? So,
yeah.
Do you think, have you tried this pack lately? Because I have opened that pack in the past and I got Dark Fate Terminator Fusion 8 really, really easy. And suddenly, I just opened the pack, I spent close to 40,000 souls and I don't get a single copy.
It's a large amount of souls. It's a large amount. I believe the last offer was in April. Was the Guatemala pack for 3,300 souls. I believe I spent 37,000 on my Wagner account and I got 90 Guardian Terminator. Yes, I saw your video about the Dark Fate Terminator. Is a shame. It's not part of the luck. Of course, it's manipulated. Those chances are not real. It's not real. Because I believe they need to make a new system of packs. Maybe example, if you buy 10 packs, the odds increase, and when you get the desired diamond card, it reset to normal. Or maybe example, by every 20 packs, you get a guaranteed diamond. Would be better because there is no example. We save souls for months, and we spent souls and just get 1 diamond from all of this time. You keep doing 1-hour quests and save souls and just 1 diamond. It's not a great reward, I believe.
So that's the pity timer, which I also suggested. The pity timer that guarantees that you're going to get, if you have horrible luck, you're going to get 1 Dark Fate Terminator, let's say 20 or 30 packs or something like this. If you're being extremely unlucky in that case. Alright, so that was really interesting. I just wanted to ask you about it because, in my opinion, this pack is. I don't know whether they did it on purpose. I know that's an error in the code or something. But
it's manipulated. They have some manipulation on this pack, I believe.
I really don't want to believe that they did it on purpose. It's like me thinking that probably it's a bug or something in the code that happened. They didn't see it. But anyways, another thing that I want to ask you, and this thing is, which is your favorite character in the game?
My favorite character some years ago was Strike Force Johnny Cage. I believe I have with this guy 57,000 KOs. Before the auto mode was in the game. My favorite was Johnny Cage. I have others now, like Class Liu Kang. I saw you with him, the main in the game 45. I saw that and say, what? This guy insane. So I need to get him Fusion X as much as possible. But I believe I spent 7,000 souls on Shaolin Heroes pack. I believe it was on February. It was on sale off on the game on this year, and I got just 4 copies. I got so mad, but at Fusion 8 this guy can do. I have to Scorpion Hanzo because of his stun loop. I have a lot of favorite characters. I like to play with all of them because some of them are really bad, but the best way to play this game is to have fun, not think to be better.
And then from this question logically follows the other question. In your opinion, which is the best character in the game?
Yeah, we have a lot, but for now, I believe it's Classic Liu Kang because EVT after his nerf, because now TAE blocked the special 2 after combo ends, but this guy is insane. He's insane damage. You can make him solo and you can destroy any tower just with him. I believe it's Classic Liu Kang, my opinion.
And then, who is the worst diamond in the game? If you have to, when
I
say worst, I don't mean you don't have to necessarily think that it's a bad character. When I say worst, basically, I mean if you have to rank all diamonds, there should be one diamond that should be all the way in the bottom. So who is the one?
I believe is, in my opinion, running. I have it between Leatherface and the running Kitana. I believe running Kitana. She have, I believe, the highest toughness on the game. She's a tank, I believe, but she is only usable on the running team, but his basic attacks are really bad. His special one can trigger bonus shield and don't KO. Just like Kotal Kahn years ago, but now they have added a new special one to Kotal Kahn. But for me, is the running Kitana. There's really bad things about her. Relative Face is worth his basic attacks are horrible, but his assistance on his passive is amazing. I have done some tests with it, and in my Fusion 6, Relative Face done almost 100,000 damage on the only on the assists on the Shiraihu tower.
That's interesting. Okay, so did you check my video on running Kitana? One of the many videos I did on running Kitana lately.
Check. I have so.
What do you think about the toughness boost that she gets, so that it makes her immortal? Like, you cannot.
Yeah, I have made some tests.
Give her there's an item that nobody uses from one of the towers, which is called. It was giving you a shield in the beginning. It was pretty cool on little hit. It was called some jacket or something.
Little jacket?
Yeah, if you give this to Ronin Kitana, she will be
from Nightmare Tower.
Immortal. Yes, because it boosts her toughness by 60%, and it gives like 100% chance to trigger a shield whether she's hit by little hit. And the little hit is the only thing that can hurt her actually. So this item on Ronin Kitana, I mean, I did a video recently. It was actually in my review on Ronin Kitana. If she's getting hit by a fully critical hit special attack. For example, what I did is I faced a maxed out Assassin Jade. So maxed out Assassin Jade against maxed out Ronin Kitana. Maxed out Assassin Jade did a full special 2 on my Ronin Kitana. And do you know how much damage it did? I didn't block it, by the way. I didn't block it. I took it fully like a good sir. It did like 800 damage. Full special 2 of Assassin Jade did 800 damage on my Ronin Kitana.
I suggest you, if you want to try her with Fire or Air Mark, because his passive increased his defense. So KO one of your opponents and you're gonna increase the defense of Kitana. Believe she's gonna be take 0 damage. Try it. And put the Adenian Pie on her, because Adenian Pie at Fusion X from the Adenian Tower reduce the upcoming damage 25. You should try. She's gonna be taking 0 damage, I believe.
Does give toughness?
Yes.
It does?
The Adenian Pie?
Yes.
It's reducing upcoming damage and 25. You can make Terminator immortal with this. I'm gonna make a video to explain how this works very soon.
And another thing, when it comes to Leatherface, you use Leatherface in towers, is that correct? You said that he did a lot of damage in tower.
I have made a test on the match 40 with Classic Cannon, just stun with Classic Cannon, let this guy do the damage. I have put all tower gears on him. I'm gonna make some tests on him on the match 200 of the Shiraihu Tower. I believe he's not useful in some towers because most of the bosses are using stun, debuff resistant gear, and stun resistant gear, so this is a problem.
Is the chance 50% though? Because in my opinion it isn't.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
20
I believe
or 30.
It's not like in the test says.
It isn't, right? I'm not making this out because in my previous live stream, by the way, probably 5 days ago, it doesn't matter. I played Leatherface and I did a team that had a lot of stuns, and I stunned my opponent 7 or 8 or 9 times, and he intervened only once. But let's put that aside. Let's agree that I wasn't unlucky, and it was really 50%, but I was just unlucky.
Yeah.
The biggest problem I have with him, if you want to use him as a troll, I mean, you just stun people and he interferes with his chainsaw. What really bothers me is that every time he does that in real battle, he's going to trigger the enemy's Revenant. But if you say that we are facing boss battle, we want to stun the boss and keep him stunned, right? But when Leatherface intervenes, he breaks the stun in the way that he deals the damage, and by the time he's dealing the damage, the stun will expire, then the boss can tag out. And that's really horrible.
Yeah, this is one of his problems, and his combos are really bad. He needs some changes. He have a great decent stats, but he needs some changes, like on his combos and his passive, because when he has attacks with chainsaw, opponents remove their stun expires, and the bosses can tag out, they can attack you, so it's a great problem.
Okay, so interesting. Another question, a specific question. How would you rate before previous update and considering the previous update this specific character? Day of the Dead Jade, and you have to rate her 1 to 10. I'm just curious.
I believe it's gonna be 7 because after the Jade, if it feels on 0, is one of the best diamonds in the game because you can almost destroy max teams just with her at Fusion 0. You only need to do is let the Ghost Shield active, let her take damage and reflect back. And she was the key on the match 160 on the Cold War Tower against MK11 Shang Tsung because that guy is using Maxed with Warfare. So if you try tag in, you're gonna be with the froze. And missile gap, a missile gonna hit you and gonna stun. So she was the key. If you don't have her, you need to try to stun ya. So now it is nerf, you're gonna be a problem on this match, I believe. So I'm gonna rate her. I'm gonna give her 7, just because of his nerf. 7, but she's
7.
a mid character.
What about before the
Yes.
nerf? How would you rate her before the nerf?
I'm gonna give her a 10 because she have a lot of potential. She have a vampirism on her special 2, while she have low health. So I believe 10. He's on best of diamonds.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
now it's trash.
I agree. Before the nerf, she was incredible. The only thing I dislike is that, I mean, not that I dislike, I just didn't meet my playstyle, is that, I mean, her special to doing work, but a lot of plays you just have to wait for them to kill themselves with the shield. And I'm not really such type of person, I just want to kill them all, even though her special to was doing the job, but yeah, I just prefer other characters. But yeah, after the nerf, this is the thing that I dislike about the nerf, because the nerf got her from a position where she was close to overpowered and just destroyed her. Like, not really cool. Not really cool.
Yeah.
Another way that you could possibly do it, for example, a better nerf would be, let's say, 40%. It's not that great. They should do it at least 60, in my opinion. But, anyways, now, okay, we established your favorite character, the best character for you in the game, the worst character, Diamond. So, question. I have another question for you, by the way. I saw your top 5 in my Discord server, by the way. For all that are watching or listening to this, you can find a link to Discord server in the description. Just go ahead, click on it and join. It's a pretty cool place. Anyways, now I want to ask you this. Why didn't you put Living Dead in your top 5?
I believe with Warfare because you can become a god with that because you stun tagging, so the with Warfare cancels any tagging passive like Classic Raiden, Raven's Melina, MK11 Cabal, Black Dwarf Cabal. Yes, I forgot about Living Dead, but Living Dead is a great gear because you resurrect, you have unblockable, and you can self heal on the X-ray. Example, if you combine with the Kano Heart that give you 3 bars of power, you almost immortal because you're gonna resurrect, get 3 bars of power, and self heal. And if you use with the Diamond the Reptile, the classic one, you're gonna be 2 heals, one from the gear and one from his passive. It's great to survive mode. I believe I forgot of this gear. That's why I had not put in the top 5.
This is the way I wreck everybody with Classic Raiden. I just give him the Living Dead and the Cybernetic Heart and he destroys everybody. especially now with Rain. It's not even fun. By the way, I found out another strategy with Classic Raiden and Rain. Probably I'm going to put a video specifically on it. You know, there is a rare piece from, I don't know which tower. I believe it was Nightmare Tower for Noob Saibot. And before you do actually X-ray, it gives the death mark to the enemy, right? So what you can do?
I believe he is his epic gear. I believe.
No, it's a blue one. It's a blue one.
His hair gear.
Yeah, it's armor. It's a blue one. But
I believe is behind visage, if I remember.
Not quite sure how it's called. I can't access the game, so I cannot tell. Anyway, so this thing gives death mark to an enemy before you do an X-ray. So you do an X-ray, and just before you start doing the damage, it gives death mark. So basically, this means the X-ray is going to kill you, right? And the thing is, you do that with Classic Raiden and Liu Kang strategy. What happens is you just team sock the enemy, then Classic Raiden tags in, he deals crazy damage to whoever is tagged in terms of his passive, then he team weaken the enemy, then he team cripple the enemy, and then he team deathmark the enemy. That is
insane strategy. Insane strategy. Classic Rain is amazing with the Classic his teammates.
So yeah, I'll probably make a video on that because it's pretty insane. Okay,
Please do. I beg you.
Next question is who's your favorite? Not favorite. Who is the best team in the game, in your opinion? Let's say the best gold team and the best diamond team.
Let me. I believe the best gold is the Combat Cup along with the covert top cascade because you have stun mute, you have some attack boost. John is amazing because his special don't let Ponsta get out. The Sonya with a red card, you can make the fight 3 against 2. Covert top cascade because unblockable, and she's amazing because she have her opponent has special too, and she's have great basic attacks. She can chain a lot. And for the best thing of diamonds, it's really hard to ask it me. But I will go with, in my opinion, Cold War because they have a lot of they have more power generation thanks to Sub Zero because of his passive and decrease the power generation of the opposing team. They have first bite on special one. They have Scorpion to give fire. They have Scarlet to have the Crimson Shield that will reflect some damage back while using special one have chance. And Sonya, I believe it for me is the Cold War at the moment.
And who is the worst diamond team? Out of the preset
Worst
diamond
diamond.
teams, of course. Like the presets,
Our
like
worst
they're
diamond
only
here, I believe I'm gonna put the Nightmare because Fred is amazing. He's an amazing character. But Ronin is a great thing because they have critical insane damage, and the Ronin Kenshi is a great damage dealer. So they work it together. Kenshi have damage some against martial arts characters. Kida have some damage boost against Spec Ops, and Kitana, Ronin Kitana have against Outward. So they have critical hit, have critical damage. So for me, it's the Nightmare because Jason is great because he evade attacks and he can stun, and the Leatherface can assist. But Freddy don't have anything, and the Leatherface don't have anything to help his teammates. They don't have any synergy passive. Freddy is amazing damage dealer too because this guy can do insane damage if you put him, of course. With his gears, you're gonna increase the Nightmare and MK11 noob. But for me, the worst diamond is the Nightmare thing.
Alright, who is the most overrated diamond character in your opinion?
Most overrated diamond character, I believe is MK11 Scorpio.
Oh my god, why is that?
I have a. I think I don't understand what you're saying.
Like the most overrated diamond character, who people think is
Over,
amazing, but you don't think that it's that amazing.
sorry, I have made a mistake. The most overrated character. Uh, Let me think. Is another.
The easiest way to put it is like the characters that you generally
I,
disagree
I
with the
got.
people opinion on that character in a
I
negative way.
got you. I got your question, but I need to think it as much character. I don't have anyone in mind now because they have a lot of diamonds.
What about
So,
underrated?
yeah, yes. I sorry, but I think I don't have any answer for this because a lot of diamonds, and I don't check much people top 10. Maybe yes, it's a hard question. It's a hard question. Sorry.
Okay, this is going to be easier than who is the most underrated diamond in your opinion. Let's say diamond that's not that popular, not people that dislike playing with, but you find him pretty cool and fun to play and valuable.
I believe you're running Kenshi because this guy have insane amount of damage, and he is fun to play. He only needs maybe a healthy buff because his health is too low. But for me, many people talk bad about Ronin Kenshi, say he's trash and now, but this guy is amazing on towers. It's only be dangerous playing on the survival mode effectiveness because if you face an opponent using the Centauri defense, you can use a special, do insane damage, and auto damage come back to you. So it's just like you kill yourself. I believe it's Ronin Kenshi.
You know, the problem with, when it comes to the health, you're right, but what you are missing is that Ronin Kenshi has the second highest toughness in the game. So it's the same thing with
Yeah,
Ronin Kitana. If you give him the combat veteran talent and the ghost armor talent with some toughness equipment, because quite honestly, he doesn't require a lot of damage boost equipment because if he's in a Ronin team, he already has
yeah,
damage. So if you give him some
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
great toughness equipment, he won't be taking a lot of damage anyways. But what I want to ask about Ronin Kenshi is, from a player perspective, uh, I would use Ronin Kenshi if I have maxed out tower equipment. That would be fine. He would just wreak havoc. But if
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have maxed out tower equipment, there's one problem, big problem with him. In a lot of cases, he doesn't really require block breaker because he's pushing opponents after every hit, which is kind of bad because he needs to break the block in order to deal damage, or he needs to
Yeah.
block the special attack. Now the problem is that when he corners the enemy, he has kind of bad recovery speed after his combo, and this is compensated by the fact that he pushes the enemy away. But when he corners the enemy, he cannot push the enemy away, and he always get wrecked. Every time when I corner a boss, I get wrecked because by the time I get to another special combo ender, the boss is just on me and he's interrupting me and he's destroying me. So how do you deal with that?
This is the worst problem for him. The two problems of him is his passivity duration is not too good. Some seconds. So, example, if you take a special 2 for just raid or last raid, then you cannot use his passive because until the end of the animation, you're gonna lose out the critical chance boost. So, I think it's gonna be a problem. Maybe if you have some people to aid him, maybe just raid with his passive because this guy can stun and use a special, but this guy already have stun on his special too. I believe it is the problem of him. Is the corner how you are about to say, and is he need to block his specials to get the boost. So I believe it is also for his problem. Maybe if they can change this, maybe some more seconds, or maybe if they create a gear that if they create a gear, example, you have some unblockable resistance, special gonna be not good on him because he needs to block specials. Maybe I think there's some solutions for him.
Okay, so I asked so many questions. Do you have any questions to ask me? I'll be glad to answer.
How do you feel like the one question about how do you feel seeing how the game is going on this year and some years ago? How do you feel? What do you think about some changes like the after 2.0 madness?
Well, there's pretty good thing after update 2.0 which I like. For example, I love the fact that they gave us new game mode in the sense that we have towers. Problem is that those towers are getting extremely repetitive and boring at some point. I like that we have survival mode. Survival mode is a breath of fresh air, in my opinion. The best thing about it is that it actually forces you to use different combinations of characters. So basically, it urges you to be more creative in creating teams. That's pretty cool. But I just don't like the fact that they're trying to monetize the game to the fullest, but they don't give us anything worth in return. Like, if you want to monetize the shit out of your game, make sure that you give us the amazing content, which they don't do. And that pisses me off. That's the main thing I dislike about Update 2.0 onwards. Like, the spirit of the game isn't the same. In the game, in terms of packs, monetization, is whatever, it's at its finest. But the game, in the sense of the spirit, the enjoyment, I mean, quite honestly, if I have to choose between now and 4 years ago when the game was full of, not those hackers that pay for equipment, no, these are, I don't care about them. The hackers that were immortal, probably you remember them. I kind of miss those days. It was so fun facing a hacker who's almost immortal and then ending up beating him.
I remember so much.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Using bosses, characters, one-hit characters if random debuffs. Yeah, I remember this time was insane. Faction was almost unplayable.
Yep, and still the game was had different spirit back then because we were usually getting 3 or 4 like challenge golds every single update and probably one diamond. So
I remember some only diamonds and gold zone paywalls and no challenges.
Exactly, and what I heard is that they actually are making more money now and they're giving us less content, and that's what's insulting for me. Like, I mean, why are you doing that? If you're making more money, then give us more content and then make even more money. What you cannot understand about that, right?
Yeah, it is a thing that you don't understand. Why are you doing this?
Any other questions for me?
I believe not. Okay, how do you feel? Another question. What do you expect for the game? The future of the game, what do you think about it? Example, you're talking about this year, the end of the year, and the next year. What do you think about how the game gonna go?
Well, I don't have high expectations, but I think they're going to make us choose the talent before battle, which is pretty cool. The talent set.
Yeah.
how we're doing with teams. I've been asking for this for years. It's pretty mandatory for us to have because I hate rearranging my talent set. Like
Me
I
too.
had
I
so
need
many
this big.
battles where I could do that, but I
Yeah.
didn't do it because I was lazy, and I knew that my talent set is bad, but I didn't care because I was sick of rearranging my talent set every single time.
Yeah, it is one feature they need to add very fast because it's too boring. Example, have two talent trees, one for faction 1 survival mode and another for towers, and it's too boring to change just to play one match and he do and you lost time. Yeah, they need to add talent tree preset very soon. I hope that on the next update.
I hope that too because it's like really something that they have to do. And also, I hope that next year they're going to, because there aren't a lot of things that they can do. They have to implement a new tier of character. They cannot do that. I mean, soon we'll have 100 diamonds and 50 golds. That's like funny. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing, right? They have to do something to fix
Yeah.
that.
Before was more golds than diamonds, now is more diamonds than golds.
Yeah, we
The game
have
is
more
turning.
diamonds than challenge golds at the moment.
Yeah. 27 of them was gold, now they are diamonds.
Yep, so I really hope that they're going to do a thing with the talents, and then I don't know when MK12 is coming, probably 2 years from now. Uh, I think that they use MK Mobile just to get some money to invest in MK12. Probably I'm wrong, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, I agree too.
But still, it doesn't cost them a lot to give us a new challenge gold character, right? It's not that big a deal. They can still
Yeah,
put him in a
true.
paywall for the first 2 months or something, 1 month. They can just give you a challenge. I mean,
Yeah,
the least they can do is promote characters that nobody uses, like Farmer, Jax, and Classic Kitana. Why don't they just promote them to golds, right? What's the problem?
yeah, yeah. Also, Kitana was on some video features like MK11 Rain. Yeah, I think they're gonna promote her to gold very soon.
I mean, that would be awesome, right? Nobody cares about those two silver characters. And why
Yeah,
Classic
true.
Kitana is silver? It doesn't make any sense. Just give her a new
Yeah, true,
passive.
true. Cover boost. Yeah, that's true. No, I'm gonna use here.
Perfect.